Once people understand what we're all trying to do, it'll be the day when you're standing in Ontario Place, the sun on your face, the water in front of you, the wind blowing, and the land and nature. That is healing, my friend. That is what healing is about, is being surrounded by that world that allows you to be connected again.
One of the key collaborative partners in the project has been the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. They're a community that Therma engaged with 4 years ago, right at the very early days of this project.
And I can't recall the exact catalyst for our interaction with Therma, but I do remember meeting Robert, the president. And when I met Robert, I thought that we had a similar philosophy about Mother Earth, about our relationship to the land and the environment. And that's why I actually genuinely liked Robert when I met him, because of that conversation. And we had an open and candid discussion. So that was basically it, how it started. And then, of course, our staff and people interacted and made some magic happen.
The philosophy of Therma, which is well-being for all, it is a real respect for land, because if we need to have a light footprint on land, we need to be in harmony with land and water and all the natural resources that are around us. And that's one of the first teaching and beliefs of MCFN. So that's why I think there is a synergy and there is a harmony between Therma's philosophy of well-being for all.
We've heard very, very directly and critically from our First Nations partners that they are focused on the idea of water quality. They're focused on the idea of accessibility and understanding that there is great value to the natural landscape, because that is what sustained their nations forever. What we're working with them is from a programming standpoint to understand how they would use these landscape spaces, but also working up front with their knowledge keepers so that we can understand what plant materials should be introduced back in a sustainable way.
That collaboration has led in the current design, this evolving design, to be even more powerful than it has been in the last few years. And specifically, that sense of the landscape of the West Island, that 16 acres of park space and roofscape, which is public park as well, pulled across the bridge to the mainland, has really inspired the opportunity of creating landscape forms on that bridge that reference the paths of the Credit River. It's created opportunities to create indigenous places of gathering for ceremonies, for events. I think it's a rich dimension to the new project.
Anytime that we can provide education and understanding, not just about the history, but also about the value and the spirit of water is important to us. And having a partner who's willing to do that is a nice part of the story and the journey. And to see that growth has been really nice to see. I mean, the initial relationship that Robert and I formed is still in keeping with the functionality of the place and how it will unfold to be connected to our Mother the Earth. So I'm happy with that, and I still think it's at a place where it can benefit so many people. And I say, come back in the future, bring your children here, and I bet you're going to love it here.